back in YouTube. Okay, so here's the latest. The fucking saga, you know? Why is heartbreak and relationships and the drama so complicated? It should be simple. I love you. I want to be with you. Simple. Why is it gotta be so fucking complicated? Oh, well, you lied, you cheated, you deceived. That's why. People don't know how to communicate. They're afraid to bear their truth, so they hide behind a mask, and then they ask deceptive questions and act deceptively and can't be forthcoming. I'm easy to fool because I wear my heart on my sleeve, and you can believe that guy right there, he's got his heart on his sleeve. You know where to get him. You know how to play him. Squeeze his heart. Stick a needle in there. Make him your little used voodoo doll. I get it. My heart is my strength and my weakness. Because I give it out too frequently. I love too easily. And I give my trust out. However, that's led me to have no friends. Because they all broke it. They all broke the trust. They all broke the bond. They all broke the heart. And then I'm like, no fucking way am I putting up with that. You're lacking morals and ethics. And I fucking pride myself on those things. If you don't have your word, you don't have your bond. And what are you then? You're just a person who's just seeing whatever they can do, whatever they can get, whatever they can get, whatever they can do. It's nothing to me. It's like, oh, you might have a lot, but you got there by being a fucking charlatan, a snake, a liar, and a player. I can't do that. I never enjoyed the game of picking up chicks that way. Never once was that like a tactic I enjoyed. Let's just go out with the boys and pick up chicks and put down our friends to pick up other men's and women and whatever we can to lend to our own end. It's just so gross. And short-term relationships are also gross. I don't need your fake bullshit. I don't need that. I don't know where you've been. I don't have to trust you. I don't want your disease. Thank you, no please. But I don't understand why you're with someone for as long as you can be, and then they start lying. Because they're covering up something, and they're afraid to approach it. Like, whatever the issue is you have with somebody, whatever it is, you need to, like, you gotta approach it. You can't let it just fester. That's how disease becomes a real problem. You don't fight the fat, you become fat. You don't fight the cancer, you become cancerous. You don't breathe through those things, have blood flow, energy, air, oxygen, blood flow, then you're going to get stagnant disease. That's what happens in lies to sickness. And it's a sickness when you lie and defy the truth and don't let air flow through. So I'm here to dispel the truth, to dispel the lies and spell the truth and demystify the mystery and make history right, because I'm so tired of people that are wrong and lying about it. So here we are now, and update is she responded to my fucking message the other day, and it was a very long response, as I might have said in yesterday's video. And then another message came in saying something to the effect of, I'm willing to talk and I want to know how you're doing, or something like this. Like, what the fuck? Now you want to talk? Now you want to know how I'm doing? Like, what the fuck? You lied. You cheated. You deceived me. You ran away when I wanted to discuss things. You ran away when I was being calm and said I won't get mad, and I didn't get mad, and I didn't raise my voice. Even though I learned you lied and cheated, I still want to discuss us, where we are, what happened, and where did we go wrong. And you chose to run away for almost 8 weeks. And only because I listened to everybody else. Everybody else said, Walk away, man. Walk away. Walk away. Say nothing. Avoidance, silent treatment. Let them learn the hard way. And in many years from now, when you're so successful and so strong and so sexy and so beautiful and so popular and so famous, then they'll know. Then they'll find out somehow that you're, you know, this super rich, loaded, cool guy with all kinds of new bitches. And then they'll be jealous. Then they'll say, oh my God, why did I let the good one get away? That's a stupid plan. I mean, you can work on yourself. You can self-develop. You can still chase success, chase money, not girls, whatever the word is, chase acclaim, not fame, train, don't try to gain, play, don't try to gain, whatever it is. I'm just simply saying that she left because of her lies and her cheating and discovered in them and then ran away and then deleted me virtually, completely. And then I was told by everybody to be quiet and say nothing and let her go, move on, walk away, say nothing. Let silence be your friend and let your success, bury them in the end. You're like, okay. But then I was driving me nuts, this waiting game of like, well, when will I be a success? And when will I be at my best? And when will I be all these amazing things that make them go, oh, I fucked up. Like that's a long Puff Daddy mind fuck. That's like many, many years of like, if all things align and you rise in the divine sublime to some new kind of diamond mind and diamond grind and diamond find, and you have the diamond mind and you built a diamond mine where you're actually worth mills and bills and dollar thrills and you can just kill in all the things you do. And then they're like, wow, look at that guy's skill, look at his body, look at all the things he can do with his will. I totally fucked up. That's a long Puff Daddy con mindfuck to tell them, you were wrong about me. See? Proved you wrong. And in all that time, I still didn't find real love and had a bunch of short-term hookups and part-term narcissistic women that also loved me for the same reasons. They didn't work out either, and I'm still rich and successful, but I'm still lonely, and now there's a gap between us for so long, and how's it gonna work now? It's not. It's like a fucking really dumb play. And when everybody says the same thing, question it. Question it. Everybody says, whatever the thing is. Start wondering, why is everybody saying the same echo? And everywhere you go online, it's the same thing. Walk away, say nothing, let silence speak for you, let your success in 20 years tell them they were wrong. You're like, everyone says the same thing. I let them say that to me and thought, oh, I'm so confused and so hurt. Obviously, I must listen to other people. Everybody else was fucking wrong. Because in my moment of weakness, of working on myself, of being strong again, I had to put myself on hold for a bit and do a bunch of acting auditions. I had to come outside of myself and be someone else for a few days, 5, 6 days, 3 days, 2 days, a bunch of auditions. And when I had to put my own self away, I had to put a mask on to be someone else. I had to act as another person, another character. And that meant me like suppressing and hiding who I am and presenting as someone else. And this presentation of being someone else, then when I pulled down that fake mask of acting world to be myself again, the pressure of being me bubbled over. And I could see like how this is hurting me and not working for me. And how carrying that weight was even more. So I decided, fuck that, I'm gonna reach out. So I sent my text message saying, I need closure, I need answers, I'm worthy of them both, and you have 1 week to decide to give me those closure and answers, or I'll never contact me again, and it's game over. And me saying that, me like not going for the total silence forever, me not saying I'm gonna be strong and carry on and find new people and be totally okay with the distance and the silence. And no, I was like tired of that. I was like, it's enough of this. We get nowhere being children. Using your words, use your fucking words. Use your brain, use your critical thinking and constructive thinking to question and ask, investigating questions, debating and creating energy either to move forward or to move apart. But this silence game is so stupid. So I said no to silence, broke the code of silence, reached out and said, you lied and cheated. We had 6 years together. I deserve answers. I deserve better. I have worth. You left me like garbage. I am not garbage. And now I'm telling you, you have 1 week to come to the table and understand that we need to either enable or disable this. And I'm giving you a timeline because this inevitable I'll let you know down the line thing is garbage. We've had enough time. And so I left it like that and said, it's either this, take it or leave it. And I'm gonna leave if you don't take it. Like if you don't wanna have a conversation about where we were or where we were at and why things became this way, and you wanna let the trauma cycle continue, and me carried the trauma forward that you caused, and you carried the trauma forward that I caused, or that we both learned from attachment issues of being children or whatever, past lives and such and such and such, wherever the trauma came from. You don't want to solve it, resolve it, dissolve it, or anything, evolve it. You just want to let it go, and that's still going to perpetuate the pain cycle. And so I said all this in a shorter message. I'm not standing for that. So use your big boy words. Don't just shut up and run into the corner. That's going to solve anything. It's going to solve nothing. Welcome to malignant cancer. Oh, we just let it go. We didn't investigate. We just let it grow until it metastasized. Till you're so deadly. So she responded, and now I'm taking a day or two to consider her response before I respond, or the ball is, as they say, back in my court. I'm not doing it to be malicious or vindictive. I'm doing it because I don't know my answer to what she's proposed. What she said back to me was a long list of things that, oh, I'm sorry, I miss you, I've been so unhappy. And then a grocery list of things that she blames me for, which were all really, really, really old and outdated. Like, there was nothing recent in her complaints about me. They go back to, almost 2 years ago, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. She's stretching for half a decade to say, I did that back then, when? Remember that? And so, okay, I'll take ownership for that, validate that. And I've also made amends and actions many, many times since then that show that's not how I have been or am. And always looking to improve and correct yourself. So, okay, valid. However, they're very expired and kind of tired, old, played out tropes that have not really been true to my character overall, not overarching, and not in the past many months or years. So it's a bit of a stretch, but that's also because she doesn't want to take ownership for her lies and deception, which is the reason for this breaking up direction. So I'm taking now my time to respond back to her, to which she sent me another message saying she wants to meet and talk or something, wants to know how I'm doing. And I'll respond to those in a day or two once I've found the words I can and the direction I think this should go, of what we're supposed to say and how we're supposed to say it and where we're supposed to say it, by which medium or message or space, hopefully in real time, face to face, because over the phone is not good and text message is not heard. So there's a lot to be discovered and understood here. But what I'm really trying to drive at here for the purpose of this video, the purpose of this video is for anybody else listening to this. For a moment, my power came back. And you know why? Because for a moment, I mean, yes, I'm still being validated by her feelings. So it's not, even again, it's kind of fucked up. I feel like it's my power, but it's still being validated by her. And that's the part we have to investigate, is why is my power being diminished or amplified by what she does or doesn't do? That's something fucked up, that we can't live like that. And we do, because we put our value in everybody else and in our how much money or how how much people love us or how popular, how many likes, subs, and shares, how many views, guys, how many subscribers does he have? Only 300? Oh my God, I'm not gonna subscribe. 300 million, wow, sign me up. Oh no, that's too many now, I don't like him. I'm not gonna sign up. I'm gonna unsubscribe because fuck that guy, he's too famous. You see? You see how that works? What a mental fucking mind game of keeping up with the Kardashians, you know? Compare yourselves to the Joneses, as they say, you know? Like, you always gotta have, the grass is always greener. So it's like a really mental mind fuck that for a short period, last night I was in shock. This morning I'm kind of like, huh? And I'm now like, since reflected and read a bunch of videos on relationship coaching and been doing that for months. But now I'm like wondering, where does this go? Because my power is returned slightly to me because she has, in a way, validated it, which makes me feel then not powerful again. But I feel more empowered now than I did 24 hours ago when I was pining and worrying and wondering and crying and mixing between happy, hateful, loving, and sad. It's like, I love you, I hate you, I'm mad at you, how could you do this to me? I love you, you did this to me, you lied to me, how could you do this to me? This like cycle of torture, which I'm just trying to end. The torment, you know? And now it seems like there's a lesson here to end the torment a little bit better, which is take your power back. Which is hard to do because it's validated by so many other people all around you. What clothes you wear, what city you're in, what car do you drive, how's the home look, who are your friends, how much influence you have. And I was just working on my own power, like at the gym, to show my power physically, feel it, and then like develop my power in my work. But it's still all this outer validation, right? And so I'm left now feeling more empowered, but I realize it's because she's now applied the power back to me, saying, I'm open to talk and I also miss you. You're like, whoa. And now that you say you miss me and you're thinking about me, I don't know if I want you to miss me and think about me. I don't even know if I want to resolve anything. How fucked is that? Because you lied and you cheated on me. And now you're saying you didn't. She said, no, I never did. Well, like, what? Now you didn't? Now I don't know what to trust. I certainly don't trust you at all. Trust is completely smashed. And I believe in nothing you say, which is even harder because I have to reestablish any level of trust to believe any word you say, which I'm interested in doing as a lesson. And I'm also realizing that she has validated my power by saying I care about you. How fucked is that? I'm not sure how to process this. I'm not sure how to take my power back without people's validation or wording or awarding or like, it's really a hard thing to do. And like, I think you can do it at the gym. You can do it with then you're just validated by how strong you are, how much weight you lift, how much muscles you have, how fit or lean or sexy you are compared to who? You? Compared to how you were a month ago or how compared to the guy in the mirror next to you. Still all this comparison game. And the comparison, they say, is a thief of joy. So I don't really have a resolution on this conversation. It's just part of the investigation to look deeper into yourself and say, where do you get your values from? Where do you get your values and virtues from? And who says what you're worth? You know, the bank, that's number one. Your credit limit, your mortgage, what clothes you wear, what circles you hang out in, who you're friends with, how far you can reach in society. I mean, these are all outside validations that we think are inside of us. It's really fucked up. And we all try and be separate from it. No, I'm better than that. I'm better than that. I know my worth. But do you really know your worth without some external validation? What are you? But your body is an extension of everything out there. So then you're not the body. You're the mind. And the mind is all part of the subconscious collection. So you're not the mind. So who are we? This is a fucking trippy mind game, man. And I find it difficult to know. But I do feel, I don't have the answer to that. But I do feel slightly better because I've taken or received power back. Like if I was to book the acting parts I got auditioned for recently and got those, I would feel better, right? Aha, I've been validated. I have the part. I'm good. I was good before I got the part. I knew I'm good whether I got the part or not. They don't pick whether you're good. They pick who's ever the most famous. So it's not about who's the best. It's about who do they know the most. Again, validation from other people makes you the most valid one. It's so dumb. Popularity, views, currency is the number one thing. Popularity and views is the number one currency. Attention is the main currency. It's so fucked up. And now that I have her attention, I have currency. Now that I have her attention, I have power again. What? And if I didn't have anybody's attention, like no one looked at me, no one cared, and you know, it seemed like I'm never gonna get love again, and only been 8 weeks, but I've not been hitting on women, and I don't plan to hit on women, but I don't get their attention, so then I feel like, they don't care, or I say hi to that person at the gym and they have their headphones in and ignore me, so I take it personal, or I call someone and there's no answer, and then, oh no. And our self-worth is diminished by the worth others give us. And everybody's guilty of that. I don't know anybody that's not. And we're caught in this weird kind of trap. And that's where I'm at. I feel more empowered that she cares about me in some way. And I feel disempowered that she lied to me and left me. And now I'm valuing my worth on how much of that is there. So what I'm not going to do is I'm not going to run back. I'm not going to beg. And I'm going to try not to cry. And I'm going to try to list my values and virtues and my worth on paper and examine myself as to what do I bring to the world that's unique about me. What do I offer that only I offer? How am I special? How am I powerful? How am I meaningful, caring, kind, loving, genuine, authentic? What's my authentic gift that I can offer myself and then anyone else? How do I treat me in order to then treat others? How do I review me in order to view others? And I know their views also reflect how I view myself. And then the propaganda and the programming we receive helps us repeat that. So it's a very vicious cycle, but I do know that there's a glimmer of hope, and it's hanging on the realization that for a moment someone else might care about you. And that's wrong. I have value whether she cares about me or not. I have value whether other people recognize it or not. Whether they look at me and say, that guy's got value or not, because he has a Lamborghini, he's got value. That guy's got a bike, he doesn't have value. It's very messed up. So, I mean, there's the guy at the gym, he just validated me by saying hi. But it's like, we are taught this game of what's valuable and who's not based upon appearances and the mirror of what we see. And it's pretty obvious when you see a junkie like pissing themselves on the road, they're of no value. And their values are to get high and be dumb. And the people in here are working on themselves, and their values are higher in themselves. So I guess that what we can distill from this is value yourself most. Put yourself in the highest value position you can think of, and then think higher, and then work on those values by belief, by prayer, by mantras, affirmations, incantations, by physical fitness. Work on your body, protect your body, because if you protect your body, you can protect your mind. You protect your mind, you protect your body. Reestablish your self-worth. No matter who views you, you have to go back to yourself and look in the mirror and say, Hi, my name is Stuart Smalley. I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and gosh darn it, people like me. You remember that? That's from Saturday Night Live. Anybody who's old knows that. But, you know, like the people, Tony Robbins and Joe Dispenzas and the such people that talk about finding your own center and your own worth, it's what they're right. And I've been listening to those things, and your self-talk is right. But it's hard when other people cloud that. It's hard when other people present upon that and press upon that or take away from that and don't lift you up. And it helps when people lift you up. So I guess the clue here would be to also then lift up other people. You don't know who might need a lift. You don't know who might need a ride. You don't know how you might be able to provide for someone else by being a pillar of strength. Even in a passing smile, in a passing wave, in a caring comment, in a kind gesture, in a mindful way of maybe don't bug them at all. They look like they don't want to disturb them. Give them peace, less stress, and more kind of impress. And I struggle with this because I'm a uplifting person usually, but then when I've been catastrophized down, it's a spiral down. So the spiral goes down or the spiral goes up. And everybody else's influence on that matters. It's kind of hard. Even a sunny day plays with your emotions, and a cloudy day, a rainy day, a cold day also makes you that. So it's a real trippy game. You go up, you go down, you go around, you feel good, you feel bad, but in the end, you have to be your own best friend. And you can't let other people's value of you devalue you. Know your worth. Know your power. Discover your powers. Amplify your powers. Don't let other people take away from your powers. Amplify other people's powers. Spread energy to them, but don't by taking away from yourself. But lighting a candle lighting another candle does not just diminish the original candle. So stay light, enlighten others, illuminate, create. Try not to hate yourself and try not to spread it to others. Give out the gift if you can lift someone, and if you can't, then at least lift up yourself. As Jordan Peterson says, the best thing you can do is clean up and make your bed and clean up your room, goddammit. You look after yourself, you'll have a good life. You can change your life with someone else then. Like in the airplanes, you must put on your own oxygen mask before you can help someone else. And that's hard to do. We forget that because it's weeks and months without breathing. So that's all I have to say about that. I can go on and on, but I won't. I want to go hit the gym and work out. But I am left in this weird position where I have a little bit of power restored because someone else cared. And that's not the best way for me. I have to realize it's care for me. So when I talk to her, and if I should talk to her, it's going to be under my terms and conditions, which are, well, we'll get to that. Thanks for tuning in, and be good to you. And then if you can be good to you, be good to others too. Peace.